because your plan is what she calls is essentially a national sales tax.
So she mentioned this before, but now listen to David Muir, because it's almost like they got together ahead of time and wrote and exchanged notes, because he describes it much much better. He calls it a national sales tax, and she called it a Trump sales tax.
The proposal calls for tariffs, as you pointed out here, on foreign imports across the board. You recently said that you might double your plan, imposing tariffs up to 20% on goods coming into this country. As you know, many economists say that with tariffs at that level, costs are then passed on to the consumer. Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas, food, clothing, medication.
Gas, food, clothing, medication. This is all well written down. It was only 5 minutes earlier, and he's written a perfect speech so he can well articulate Kamala Harris's arguments for her.
It costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs?
This is a loaded question. We're going to see more loaded questions. These moderators, the whole point of this whole debate is to gaslight Donald Trump and make him seem unreasonable and crazy. He says he assumes his point. He assumes that the tariffs are going to hurt Americans, and he asks him, "Do you believe that Americans can handle this?" So that Donald Trump cannot answer yes or no. Because if he cannot accept the premise, which is false.
Food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs?